those of the ownership, management, or advertisers of this station.
I'm simply saying that life finds a way.
All right, people, write something on the board. Let's spell it. First letter.
L O G.
What's that? What?
It's time. It's time to have real, honest, open, difficult, and inspiring conversations. It's time for Love and Life on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
Well, hello there, family. Hey there. How are you today? I hope you're doing well. Welcome to Love and Life with Carol Riddick, right here on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media, on air and online at wordradio.com. Happy Tuesday to you. Happy Tuesday. I was about to say happy Monday. Heavens to Murgatroyd. I'm still stuck in yesterday, y'all. Help me, okay? But I am happy to see today. So happy Tuesday to you, all right? Happy beginning of the month of March once again. I hope you all are having a great day. And how about this? A great start to your week and a great start to your month for that matter. How about that? Welcome again to Women's History Month. How about that? In recognition of Women's History Month, today I share with you that every Women's History Month has a theme. Did you know that? I did not know that. Can I tell you how embarrassed I am that I did not know that? But in any event, the Women's History Month theme for 2024 celebrates women who advocate for equity, diversity, and inclusion. Go figure. And last year's theme was celebrating women who tell our stories. I love that. I love that. So, in an effort to touch on the themes of both, our spotlight today is on Alice Walker. In 1983, Alice Walker was awarded the Pulitzer Prize in Fiction for her novel, The Color Purple. This was a historic moment because Walker was the first Black woman to win a Pulitzer Prize for literature. That year, she also won the National Book Award, also for The Color Purple. That's Alice Walker, family. And that's also today's Women's History Month. That didn't sound right. And since we are continuing our theme, today's Black History 365 moment is about Matthew Robinson. Let me tell you, I did not know this. Baseball legend Jackie Robinson had an older brother. Did you know that? Yes. His name was Matthew Mac Robinson. He broke the Olympic record in 1936 in the 200-meter dash. Yes, he did. However, he took home the silver medal because he finished behind Jesse Owens. Family, that's today's Black History 365 moment. When I tell you I love talking about us, I love learning more and more about us, it just fills my heart to be able to share and celebrate us. It does. I want to send a happy birthday to all of our love bugs who are celebrating. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. We're sending you oodles of love, and we hope that you are being celebrated in a grand way. Yes, we do. So, family, if you're joining us by way of socials, let us know. Share a comment with us. You know, Nick and I, we love the love that you share any way you care to share it. But we love your comments just as much. So send us a comment. Or you can even give us a call. You can do that by calling us at 215-634-8065. You can even call us toll free. You can do that by dialing 1-866 361-0900. And for those of you that are joining us with a heavy heart, even if your light is shining just the slightest bit dimly today, you hear me? I'm talking to you. I just want you to know that you are not alone. On behalf of your entire tribe and village, we have got you. We have got you. You hear me? We've got you. You don't have to do this by yourself. So, family, for those of you who are checking in, I see you. I see you. I see you. I want to share that Brother Nasir is checking in. He's sending peace and blessings to everybody, and you know we send them right back to you. Malcolm is checking in, Brother Malcolm White, that is, and he's sharing a good evening and that he's listening and watching from West Mount Airy. And Willie, hey there, Willie Matthew Williams, hey, he's sending love to the family as well, and he says, yes, that's right. Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Eric is joining us too. Oh, you're at City Winery. You know what? You're being bad. Who are you going to see? Tell us, share. You know we want to know. Okay, you know I want to know. But Eric is joining us. That's Just Rick. As is Gary Bryant. Hi, Gary. And Mrs. Viola. Working the flower show. When I tell you I'm so jealous. Oh, Ms. Viola, take pictures for me, please, and share. So, family, I do want to share one thing with you before I introduce you to tonight's guest in this hour, one of our love bugs. I'm so excited. Okay, what I want to share with you is that Level Up is back for 2024, celebrating Women's History Month in partnership with WVON in Chicago and KJLH Los Angeles, highlighting Black women-owned businesses who are making a difference in their communities. That's right. You can nominate your business or one of your favorite Black woman-owned businesses for a chance to become one of 5 finalists who will be featured in a special in-person, live, on-air, Shark Tank style pitch party on Tuesday, April 2nd at the Fiddler Club. That's right. The winner will be selected by a panel of corporate sector judges and will receive a grand prize valued at $5,000. Family, the deadline for submissions is Friday, March 22nd. Simply visit wordradio.com/level up to nominate the best of the best in Black women-owned businesses. Family, Level Up 2024 is sponsored by Comcast, Pennsylvania Lottery, Keystone First, and Bank of America. Okay, before we move forward, one of our love bugs is calling in, just checking in on the phone line. Hello there. I believe it's Sharon. Is that you, Sharon?
Hello, Carol.
How are you?
How are you?
I will not complain.
No need to, right? Sometimes.
No need. As my mother would say, I'm fair to middling.
Oh, well, that's a good place to be. But anyway, have you been hearing about all these shootings lately? Like, it was 2 on Scepter or near Scepter. And one was in the Fairmount Park. And now tonight, an 89-year-old gentleman got shot and killed.
Oh, sure.
I don't know where is all this coming from. I don't understand like all this crime, like all these shootings and killings. I don't understand it. Do you? I mean,
I don't. I'm telling you, I wish I did. I wish I knew. And you know, the sad part about it is that we really don't get the statistics on all of everything that's taking place, that is happening. I don't know if you recall, we had a guest that was on who runs like the she's a surgeon, and there's a gunshot facility basically where they gather statistics and information, and there's so much going on around us of which we are unaware. Sharon, I wish I knew. I will tell you that I'm prayerful about it. And I remain prayerful about it all, but I don't know. We started the conversation about it a few months ago, and I kept saying, family, maybe if we continue the conversation, maybe we can find a solution or something, but I don't know. And it seems to be our babies, more and more of our babies.
It seemed to be like people was getting so used to it. They don't even talk about it much anymore. They don't even discuss it too much. It's like, oh, okay, an ordinary day.
Yeah.
But anyway, be safe out there, Carol.
Thank
Be
you.
safe out there, okay? And you take care of
Thank you for
yourself.
making me aware. And you too, Sharon. You too.
All right, have a good one. Bye-bye.
You too. You too. Family, Sharon had a good point. Be careful out there. You hear me? Every single night I say to you to be good to you, but be good to those around you. But be careful. Be careful. Be careful. There is so much going on. So much. You hear me? All right. I tell you every night that I love you, but God loves you so much more. But I don't tell you to be careful. So now I'm going to have to add that. Be careful. All right. All right. Let's get started. I want to introduce you to one of our love bugs. When I tell you, when I first met her, I just immediately adopted her. You know how Nina Simone said, I don't care if you don't want me, I'm yours right now. Well, guess what? I said that to her and to her husband. I said, you are my auntie and you are my uncle, and that's that. That's what I said. Family, I want to introduce you to the one and only Glynis Albright. She is the founder of Glynis's Kitchen, her own food company, which supplies a variety of recipes that includes a waffle mix, all-purpose coating mix, her own secret sauce mix, and more. I'm salivating because I have had all of it. Yes, I have. She's known for loving food, for cooking and baking since she was a small child. She began using her parents' kitchen to prepare meals and bake all sorts of desserts by the time she was 10 years old. I'm so jealous. She is also a mother to a world-renowned, exceptional artist, the one and only Selena Albright, one of our boots too. I love bugs. And wife to the incomparable musician, Gerald Albright. Family, I invite you to the conversation with none other than the one and only Glynis Albright.
Yay!
Hi, beautiful.
How are you today?
I will not complain, Auntie Glynis. I will not complain.
Good. Oh my God, it's so good to see you and to just hear you handling this show. Look at you, girl. I am so proud of you.
Thank you.
Get started. You left out one more member of the family. I have a son,
Ooh.
Gerald, and I have a son, Brandon Albright.
I sure did. I sure did.
Never met him, but he's a
Brandon.
photographer. He's also the director of my cooking show. And he's also a semi-pro golfer. So
See that?
you don't see him a lot because he's either traveling or on set someplace or whatever. But I have two kids, two love bugs, two heartbeats.
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh, yeah. Yes, they keep me
See that?
going.
I love it. I love it, Brandon. Please forgive me. Charge that to my head and not to my heart. Please, Brandon, please.
He'll start traveling more with Uncle Gerald.
Yeah.
And we'll be, filming some stuff and releasing it. But all of Gerald's videos and a lot of his CD covers, Brandon is responsible. So he's always been in the background. Yeah.
Auntie, let me tell you how that I don't even know how they got past me. I don't know how Brandon eluded me. He's always in the background. That's why.
Yes.
He's always making it happen. That's what he's making it happen.
That's it. Making it happen. There you go. And I think with Selena being in the industry, the music industry, that's why people see her a lot. And unless you're really, 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 really close and have been following us for years and years, and you go, wait a minute, where's Brandon?
But you know what? I see Selena. Well, no. So with you and Uncle Gerald, I see more of what you're doing, and I love your date nights. I want to talk about that. I want to know all about the date nights.
Yes.
Family, when I tell y'all, I just love how the two of you love on each other.
Oh,
I do every single time y'all see me with my little hugs and kisses and my hearts on your socials. When you go out for your date nights and when you just say, I love it.
Important. They're so important to a relationship. You have to, especially, Gerald and I have been together for June 9th will be 52 years. So you have to keep that relationship going. You got to spice it up some and do some different things. But communication and just spending time with each other, quality time, that's so important.
Auntie Glynis, you said 52 years. Family, did you hear how that rolled off her tongue? Did you hear that? Like
years.
People don't make it to 5 or 10 years.
Especially today, I know.
Especially today.
It's called getting married for the wrong reasons and not being a friend first. That's how I look at it. That's my opinion.
Well, no, let me tell you something. I'm Auntie right here. I mean, we talk about everything here. We talk about everything, and there isn't judgment. We do have the understanding. Everybody has an opinion.
Yeah.
Everybody, so we all share our opinions and we discuss. And
Okay.
we're in a we understand. We won't always agree on everything.
Mhm.
So, but with that, I'm in full agreement. I'm in full agreement, and I'm sure our family members too. Listen, Harry shares. Yes, 52 years. Congratulations. Malcolm shares 52 years with about 1,000 question marks. Yes.
Mhm.
And I love it. I
Years.
love it. I love it.
But we were
Family.
friends first. We were friends for 9.5 years before we married. So that was really important because once the honeymoon phase
Mhm.
goes away, I mean, you have to like that person. You can love them, but if you like someone that you're around, oh, it makes it so much better.
It does.
True test was with COVID. Remember, we all had to be together, and a lot of people found out, hey, I love you, but I don't like you.
I don't like you so much.
Yeah. So it's
How did
important.
you two meet?
We met in junior high school. Well, now it's called middle school. I'm originally from New Orleans, Louisiana, and we moved out to Los Angeles, South Central LA. And 3 years later, I met Gerald. And I knew him for a year before we became an item. He sent me a little note asking me, will you go with me? And he had a little box for yes and another box for no. And that was on June 8th. But it wasn't until June 9th that I gave him the note back. So I made him wait. Oh, yes. And I didn't say yes or no. I said, in between the boxes, I put, let's give it a try.
Wait, family, do you hear this? Okay, you see, I have my pen, I have my notepad. I'm taking
I didn't
notes.
want him to be too sure of himself. Because, he was
Right.
walking around with his little briefcase and his saxophone case. And, I was on the gymnastics team and I ran track. So, he thought he was all that in a bag of chips. And I had to let him know, honey, I'm all that too.
Right. Oh,
There you go.
I
No,
love that.
he was really sweet. Really, he was very, very sweet. A very kind and gentle young man who I admired for a year before he sent me the note because I just felt, I don't know if he would be interested in me. I'm not in music, the whole bit.
Oh
But
my
he sent me
goodness.
the note. Yes, he sent me the note. But before he sent the note, there were two members of our history class who warned me. They said, you have a secret admirer in the classroom. And I'm like, who? And I looked around and I named every boy in the class, but I didn't look behind me. 2 seats behind me, that's where Gerald sat. And when I looked back at him, he lifted up his briefcase because he was blushing. And that's when I knew, oh, it's him. Oh my gosh.
Uncle Gerald had a briefcase in middle school.
He carried a briefcase. There were 3 boys that carried briefcases.
Cute.
Glynis Albright, Philip Clark, God bless his soul, and Douglas Bragg. The 3 of them, I guess their parents worked for the government and they would have these little briefcases. And so he put his books and tablets and stuff in it, to look really important. He had his pencil. Gerald's a lefty. So he had his pencil behind his left ear. And, real preppy. And it was okay because I was preppy too. But he was such a sweet, sweet person and very gentlemanly. He wasn't all raunchy and stuff.
But you're such a love bug. You are such a beacon of light. I see you two complement each other so well.
Thank you. I have to agree with you. We do.
You do, family. And when you see them together, you don't even have to see them together because you see Auntie Glynis and you see the love bug that she is. You see Uncle Gerald on stage,
You
and
see me somewhere dancing or doing something, right? When he's on stage.
Yes. I mean, the synergy between the two of you is unmatched.
Yeah.
It really is. It's a beautiful thing. It really is.
Thank you so much. People would ask me, well, haven't you heard him play that song like 50 million times? And I go, yes, but I hear it differently each time. He's going to play different riffs, different runs, a different solo.
Yeah.
He might hit some notes that he didn't hit before. And so whenever he is performing, do not talk to me. And I've actually had people who will come up to me and go, try to whisper. And I just put my hand up, put the church hand up. No. because I'm working whenever he's working, because he's asking me as soon as he gets off stage, how was that? Did you hear what I just did? Or was I okay? I'm listening for the sound. I'm like, baby, the sound man has a little bit too much reverb in your sound. And I know he doesn't like that. Oh no, I don't want them to do this to play with your notes and all that kind of stuff. So I am working. That's why I'm never really sitting, and people will offer me a seat, but I'm usually walking the room. I'm checking the sound to make sure my man is looking good on stage. Because not every, musician wants, all the effects, the sound effects and stuff. The girl wants you to hear him work that horn. He's not into all the gimmicks and, sliding across the floor and playing with the horn and bending backwards. Gerald's going to stand there in the middle with his eyes closed, and he's going to give you a show.
He sure is. He's going to give you all of him.
All of him.
He leaves it all right there. Every single time, though. Every single time.
Yeah. And that's what I appreciate about him. Even as a young child, I saw how much he would put into his music, and I just knew. I said, God, he's gonna do something. He's gonna be something one day. And because people ask me, why did you stick with him for so many years? And it's because I saw promise. He saw promise in me, and I saw promise in him. And that's how we started supporting our dreams.
I love that. Family.
I supported his. Yeah. I wouldn't be where I am without him. He would not be where he is without me. And I'm saying that.
Listen, and because you can, because it is the truth. That as they say, facts. As they say, facts. Family, for those of you who have just joined us, I'm sorry, Auntie. Welcome. You are tuned in to Love and Life right here on WURD with yours truly, Carol Riddick. It is time for us to take just a short commercial break, but listen, when I tell you, you definitely want to stay with us, you stay with us because we have so much more to talk about. Family, we will be right back.
All right.
Okay, remember what I told you. Be your own boss, love yourself, level up.
Level Up is back for 2024, celebrating Women's History Month in partnership with WVON Chicago and KJLH Los Angeles, highlighting Black women-owned businesses who are making a difference in their communities. You can nominate your business or one of your favorite Black women-owned businesses for a chance to become one of 5 finalists who will participate in an in-person, live on-air Shark Tank-style pitch party on Tuesday, April 2nd at the Fittler Club. The winner will be selected by a panel of corporate sector judges and will receive a grand prize valued at $5,000. Deadline for submissions is Friday, March 22nd. Visit wordradio.com/level up to nominate the best of the best in Black women-owned businesses. Level Up 2024 is brought to you by Comcast, the Pennsylvania Lottery, Keystone First, and Bank of America.
Level up, level up, level up.
85 years ago, Independence Blue Cross was founded to provide peace of mind when accessing healthcare. Our first members were employees of Independence Hall. We started where our country started. I'm Greg Devins, CEO of Independence, thanking you for making us the leading health insurer in the region and the only health plan you need to know. Our promise for the last 85 years and the next 85 is to deliver the quality healthcare coverage you and your families deserve.
You can't escape a traffic jam. Know what else you can't escape? Seasonal allergies. And you might think you can avoid that coffee stain until... Oh, really? You can't escape a lot of things in life, but you can escape prediabetes. Prediabetes captures 1 in 3 adults. There are usually no signs of prediabetes. In fact, most people don't even know they have it. But with early diagnosis, you can change the outcome and prevent or delay type 2 diabetes. Take action by taking the 1-minute risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org. You might not be able to escape having this song stuck in your head, but you can escape prediabetes. Go to doihaveprediabetes.org today. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention.
It's too black, which means it's too strong.
We're celebrating Black influence and Black excellence worldwide on the home of progressive Black talk media, WURD.
Let me tell you something, and don't you ever forget it. Success is nothing without someone you love to share it with.
You're listening to Love and Life with Carol Riddick on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
Well, hey there, family. Welcome back. You are tuned in to Love and Life with Carol Riddick right here on WURD. We are talking with one of our love bugs in this hour. I've claimed her, okay? I know you all are going to say, are you really related? Well, guess what? Yes, but no, I know. Yes. Auntie Glynis, you heard her say it, right? You heard her say it. We're talking with the one and only Glynis Albright. Yes, we are. And before the commercial break, she was sharing with us that she and Uncle Gerald have been married for 52 years. That's the one and only Gerald Albright. Family, OMG. When I say I love to hear it, I love to say it. I love to repeat it. I love the way it feels and I love the way it sounds. Che Sasa is joining us, and Che says, you got to fight for that kind of love and withstand the storms together. I know that's right. And Harry shares, you all look marvelous. Your family has some good genes.
Oh, wow. Thank you. Oh, my gosh. Let me just make one correction.
Absolutely.
We've been married for 42 and a half years, but we've been together. June 9th will be 52 years altogether. So I've been his girlfriend for almost 52 years, but I've been his wife for 42 and a half years.
Auntie Glynis, that's the same in my book. That's the same in my book.
I know. I've not seen anybody else, so you may as well say, okay, all right.
That's the same. Okay. Listen, when he sent you that note, will you be my girlfriend? Okay.
There you go. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I love the way you put that. She said, I've been his girlfriend for 52 years, but I've been his wife for 49 and a half. Yes. We're counting it all. Okay. 52 it is. Okay. I love it. And Miss Lily congratulates you on all of your years of marriage. Oh. How about that? So does Malcolm. Oh. How about that?
Thank you.
Che shares, don't push the relationship, let it build organically. That's right.
Yes.
I know that's right. And Eric shares, Mrs. Albright, you are styling and profiling. I can smell the success. I love it. And Raphael shares, good evening. Ms. Lily follows it up and she shares, it's the same in my book as well.
See? There you
go. know that's right. So family,
Yeah.
Listen, I could talk to Auntie Glynis all night, but I want you all to know everything about her. And I especially want you to know about Glynis's Kitchen. Can you please share with our family, how did the idea of Glynis's Kitchen come about?
Okay, so first of all, I own 6 different food companies. And in 2017, we decided that we would put them all under one umbrella, Glynis's Kitchen. Mm-hmm. So we have Just Sweet Enough, Mrs. Albright's Tea Cakes, Cookie Dots, Doggy Cookie Dots, Lena's Nutty Treats, and now Glynis's products.
Wait.
Yes. So all this started back in 1993 when I was first diagnosed with leukemia. So my diet and my lifestyle had to change. So that's why all of the products that you see, there are no food dyes because I can use herbs and spices to get the colors. There's no additives, preservatives, no artificial sweeteners in any of my products. So it starts way back from the early 90s with Just Sweet Enough up until now, Glynis's products, and it all goes under the umbrella of Glynis's Kitchen. Now, Glynis's Kitchen is an online store, or Glynis's Kitchen travels. It'll pop up in your city.
Yes, it will. Yes, it would. Yes, I have to say, yes, for both. But what I want to do, before we move further, because I do have more questions, but I want to make sure we share the website with our family members before we move any further. Auntie, can you share the website with our family members, please?
The website is GlynisKitchen.com. Glynis Kitchen. And that's GLYNIS, GlynisKitchen.com.
Family, I'm also typing it in the socials. I'm putting it on our socials so that you have it as well.
Yes, it's Glynis's Kitchen on Facebook. On Instagram is Inside Glynis Kitchen. We do have a new cooking show that's starting up in about a week, and that's cookingwithglyniskitchen.com. So we got a lot of stuff going on because I want to teach you how to cook the food that I eat.
And I want to learn. Okay, so where can I watch it?
We're in season 2. We're almost about to hit season 3. So we just made the announcement yesterday on social media and to the world. And so now you can go to my Facebook group page. And when you go to that page, Cooking with Glynis Kitchen on Facebook, join that group. And that way you'll learn how to join my cooking tribe, Glynis's Kitchen Tribe. And honey, let me tell you, I'm going to show you how to turn everything that's in your refrigerator and in your pantry into a gourmet meal in less than an hour. Because, I don't have time to be in the kitchen.
No, you don't. I was going to ask you when you find the time.
No, I can cook all day because, I'm from New Orleans, so we know how to do it that way. But I want to show you how to do things the shortcut way. So just in case you don't have time, we have working moms, we have single moms, we have single dads, we have folks in the military, corporate folks that just don't have the time, but you don't want to buy the fast food all the time. So let's start pulling out those cans and packets and fruit and veggies that you have stored away, and let's do something with it. As I always say, let's do the darn thing.
Let's do the darn thing. Family, you heard that, right? You heard that. Auntie Glynis, will you repeat one more time the Facebook page that we can go to so that we can all learn? Look at Bruce. That's right, Bruce. Bruce is on it. Bruce is on it. Cookingwithglyniskitchen.com.
Yeah, cookingwithglyniskitchen.com. But the group is Cooking with Glynis Kitchen Facebook group. So just go to Cooking with Glynis Kitchen. You'll find me. I'm right.
How about that? And I'm typing that. Go to Facebook group page to join Cooking with Glynis Kitchen. Glynis's Kitchen. I got there we go. There we go. So family, okay, for those of you who are just popping in, welcome first of all, but you have missed so much. But guess what? We're going to bring you up to speed. Welcome to Love and Life with Carol Riddick right here on WURD. We are talking with Glynis Albright, and we are talking about her empire. That's what we're talking about. But we're also talking about how she's going to teach us all how to cook and do it well. You hear me?
Yes.
You hear me? You hear me? Now, what I did not know, because I have, my fur baby. Did I hear you mention, because I did not know this existed. I did not see that on the website. Did you have, have Vittles?
Now, let me tell you what else happened. I became so busy by 2020, right before COVID hit, that Just Sweet Enough, Cookie Dots, Doggy Cookie Dots, Mrs. Albright's Tea Cakes, and Lena's Nutty Treats, we had to kind of put them on hiatus for a minute on the site. So that's why when you go to glyniskitchen.com, you don't see them. They're there. They're just sleeping for a little while.
There you have it.
The Waffle Queen has taken me all over the world, and I'm so busy. And I'm just telling you, I can do it all. I just can't do it all by myself, and I can't do it all at the same time.
Listen,
I kind of pick and choose. Okay, now which one is going to take me all over the world? How can I get my testimony out to everyone? And the vote was being the Waffle Queen, selling my waffle mix, my coating mix, my scratch mix, my secret sauce mix, because I took the time out to test it, to manufacture it, so that it's in these cute little boxes.
Yes, wait, yes.
That way the world can have it. With all the other companies, I'm actually in the kitchen doing a lot of the work. I did have a staff of 11 employees that were helping to do everything by hand. But after COVID hit, it changed a lot of things. So I had to make some tough decisions. And to close those down for a while or to put them to sleep for a little while was a big decision. But at that time, we needed food. We had a shortage of everything during COVID. And here I was with a warehouse loaded with pallets of my waffle mix and my coating mix. So we had to get it out to the world.
Right.
So the Waffle Queen took over.
Let me tell you something. Yes, the Waffle Queen has, and I'm happy to say that the Waffle Queen has, because family, yes, I do in my cabinet. Well, first of all, you heard me talk about the website. That's because I know, I know full and well, because the first time I had the waffles, I made my chicken and waffles. Lord have mercy. And then I sent you, I posted about it, and I said, oh my gosh, this is magnificent. This is magnificent. And then I bought some as gifts. And then and I said, no, you don't even have to. Thank you.
I don't see all the time who's buying, because we became so popular that we had to ask for help in shipping. So I did a brand partnership with Amazon to help to get the product out to the world.
As you should, because we love it. We love it. As a matter of fact, I texted you and I said, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So I mean, just kudos to you. And then family, you'll see Auntie Glynis, like she said, you'll see her at the shows, but you'll see her at the pop-ups as well. Sometimes at the jazz shows, you'll see.
Yeah, you will see me.
When I tell you, do not pass her by.
Please. Well, years ago, let's see, 2018 and 19. Yes. Berks Jazz Festival. You would walk into the hotel, the Doubletree by Hilton Hotel, and instead of smelling their cookies, you would smell Glynis's waffles. So that went over very, very well, because we had the beautiful restaurant up front.
Yes. Yes.
And they sold the waffles. They served them, sold them in their Cheers restaurant. They sold it at the bar. They sold it for in-room dining. They even had a walk-up window because it just got too crowded in the restaurant. And then they had the drive-through. So they were serving it 5 different ways. And I was so excited. And all I had to do was train the staff at the hotels or wherever I attend or go. And they handle everything. They buy the product from me, and their price is their price. I pop in at noon, 4 o'clock, 8 o'clock, and midnight to make my appearance and talk to people and thank them. And the rest is up to the hotel or cruise line or restaurant who's carrying my product.
I love it. You hear me? Well, Harry shares, yes, teach me. He shares, and I just joined. So he joined the Facebook page.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
And I want to make sure, Miss Lily, did you get? She asked for the website address. Did you get it, Miss Lily? I want to make sure, beloved.
Glynis Kitchen.
Yes, I want to make sure you all have the information. And Nasir shares, yes, she was right up front at Berks. Yes, she was. Yes, she was. So Harry shares, I'm hungry. I need that waffle mix. Harry, let me tell you something. Yes, you do. You do need that waffle mix. So if you go to the website, okay, if you go to the website, and Glynis is spelled Glynis. Now my autocorrect always puts 2 S's, and she always tells me, baby, it's only one. It's always my autocorrect, but it's Glynis Kitchen.
And if you can't have the gluten, look, we have gluten free. There you go. So that way, all of my out there who have celiac disease or they can't handle the gluten, we got you covered.
You know what I'm curious to know, because you run an empire, Uncle Gerald runs an empire, both of the kids, you all have empires of your own. How do you go about managing business, being a wife, being a mother, being a grandmother? First of all, I don't know when you sleep or where you find the time.
I know. It was hard. I really did have to hone down on balancing everything. And sometimes I fall off the wagon where my husband has to fuss at me and go, okay, it's close to midnight. It's time for you to go to bed. I have to learn how to shut off. That's always been my problem. But you have to find that balance, and you find it through communication. You know, because when you, and my kids tell me this all the time, without me, there is no Glynis's Kitchen. There is no, being the wife and the mom and the grandmother and the whole bit. And we want you, Mom. So I had to really do some soul searching and figure out what was important. I had to categorize, everything 1, 2, all the way down. I wrote it out. Every day I have like a little schedule of what I have to do. And what I don't finish, I have to take it over to the next day. Before, I used to stay up until 3 and 4 in the morning until everything was done. And then the next day, you're like a zombie. It should be a situation that you have to push through. You know what I mean? Everything should just flow.
You're absolutely right.
Because it'll take a hold of your health. And I've suffered in that category as well. And I have to remember, hey, you're a leukemia survivor. And sometimes I hate to use the word when people say, oh, you're in remission. And I go, no, means again. But things have a way of coming back.
They
if
do.
Not one way, another. So even today, I have to watch myself and say, okay, I can't stay up past 10:30 anymore. I got to get off this laptop and get my sleep. Yeah. Sleep is so important. Yeah.
I want to go back to that for 1 second, but family, it's time for us to take just a short commercial break. Know that the phone lines are still open and feel free to continue to comment on our socials. But whatever you do, stay with us because we are coming right back.
Family Therapy Vignette Moments with Dr. Lucille Ijoy. It's March, Make a note. The calendar reminds us it's almost time to vote. Yes, it's March, Make a note. Turn in your ballot. It's time to vote. Now, some people go in person. They make a note. They go to the polls. They're ready to vote. There's some good helpers at the poll. They are really willing to help you vote. Yeah, they're ready and willing to do this to help you vote. Come on, everybody. Say it together. We all are registering. We register. We vote. We must. We register. We vote. We must. This is Dr. Lucille Ijoy.
Stand Up to Cancer's vehicle donation program makes it easy to turn your unwanted vehicle into funding to support innovative cancer research. This research leads to new treatments for patients right now. Donate your car today. Visit standuptocancer.org/cars to learn more.
The job search can be a difficult and frustrating process. Word's Livelihood Initiative was designed to help you find the right opportunity for your next professional move. Check out these recent job openings posted on the Livelihood job board at wordworks.com. The Public Health Management Corporation is hiring for several exciting roles, including youth case managers, a behavioral health coordinator, and a part-time youth ally. For more information on these jobs and others, go to wordworks.com and learn more about the Livelihood Initiative, brought to you by Word Radio. Progressive Black Talk Media.
We're celebrating Black influence and Black excellence worldwide on the home of progressive Black Talk Media, WURD.
What is love?
You're listening to Love and Life on WURD, progressive Black Talk Media.
I think I know what love is.
Well, welcome back, family. You are tuned in to Love and Life with Carol Riddick right here on WURD. We are talking with Glynis Albright, the woman, the myth, the legend. Yes, we are. And she's been sharing with us about everything, quite honestly, under the umbrellas of both love and life. She's been talking with us about running her empire. She's been talking with us about being a wife and a mother and a grandmother. And you spoke to navigating all of that and having to say to yourself, okay, it's time to do this. It's time to lay down. It's time, just being able to navigate. We had a conversation right here not long ago about stress. And we were talking about how it affects your health and how it can affect your relationships as well. So I'm curious to know briefly, because I want to go back to Glynis' Kitchen, but briefly, if you could share with us how you navigate and manage stress and how you and Uncle Gerald help one another in that aspect.
Hyphened word, self-care. I take long baths. If I go in, I don't shower. I take baths. So I know, being from the South, I know how to take a 10-minute bath and then 30-minute one. But for the most part, at least once a week, I'm in that tub for at least 3 hours in the bubbles. I have candles lit And my kids will tell you, since they were children, they know the moments when mom is in the tub. That's her time. Working out too. I'm a Pilates queen.
That's how you stay, because
Yes,
she is.
yes.
Listen,
Girl, got to keep the body tight, okay?
she is snatched. Yeah.
And then having the date nights is very
Yeah.
important. At least once a week. You know, there are times when we may get out 3 times a week, but at least once a week. Sometimes we're very busy. We have date night. That's important for your relationship too, to take quality time out for each other. And then just having that time where you do nothing, where you just do whatever you want to do. I love doing puzzles, crossword puzzles, piece puzzles, where I'm there for hours in my own world, doing my own thing. I'm
I
not
love
really watching a lot of television, but when I want to, I'll do it. But for the most part, it's puzzles and just listening to music. When I'm cooking, I love to dance, as you know.
Yes.
My favorite genre of music is straight ahead jazz, and it's running all the time I'm cooking. Anytime I'm cooking, straight ahead jazz. When Selena visits, I'll play R&B and pop, so we can really get our dance on. But Louis Armstrong, Ella Fitzgerald, all the bands, that is loud in the house when I'm in the kitchen. And sometimes Gerald will walk through the door and go, "Oh gosh, what is she cooking now? Maybe kind of turn it down a little bit." Yes, it's blasting.
And then does he ask when will it be done? When it'll be ready to taste?
You know what? He knows that when I always time things, I'll say, text me when you're at a certain off ramp. Then I know I'm timing. Okay, I have 45 minutes to get to this point of cooking. And usually if he's saying, "Baby, I'm in the mood for," and that's all he has to say is, "I'm in the mood for," and I got it. I got it.
I love it. See, okay, yeah. I need the book. That's what I need. Okay, I need the blueprint on Glynis. I need the book.
It's coming. It's coming. Yeah.
So, okay, I want to go back to something you mentioned because I'm looking at the time. Okay. You talked about the TV show. Yes. I want to know now where do we watch and how and where can we watch for those of our family members who did not hear or didn't catch it? Please.
Once you join the Facebook group, Cooking with Glynis's Kitchen, Cooking with Glynis Kitchen Facebook group. Just go to Facebook and find me. All the instructions will be there, and it's going to lead you to a whole separate place, Cooking with Glynis's Kitchen masterclasses.
Y'all hear this?
Teach you how to do the darn thing. That's my line. Let's do the darn thing. I own it, say it all the time. And we're gonna do it. Like I said, we're almost in season 3. So all of the recipes that I grew up with, all of my secrets, my techniques, I'm giving it all to you for a little price.
But that's where you listen. I was about to listen. I know that's right. I know that's right. Are you traveling anytime soon? Any pop-up kitchens?
Let's see. We just got back. We just did the Capital Jazz Cruise and drove on 2 fabulous shows and excellent interviews. But let's see, where am I next? I am here in Colorado next.
Nice.
Gosh, I can't really talk about it now, but
no, that's all right. That's all right.
We're putting in dates now because I want to visit all of the major cities so that Waffle Queen will just pop up. And
I heard you'll be in Palm Springs. Palm Springs.
Oh my gosh, how could I forget that? In 2 weeks, I'm going to be in Palm Springs. Okay. I got so much going on in my head.
I know. Listen.
Yes, March. Thank you, Carol. March 22nd through the 24th, I will be in Palm Springs. Oh my God, it's called Palm Desert Food and Wine Festival. In fact, that's what we were doing today. We were setting up the tent, making sure that everything was cool. Then I had to tape one more episode of the show. And then now you. So yeah, that's where I'm going to be in Palm Springs.
So Emily, you heard it. You heard it.
The Palm Desert Food and Wine Festival. Just go to their website, Google it, Palm Desert Food and Wine Festival and get all the information. I'm not sure the cost to get in, but let me tell you, it is 3 days of delicious food and all the wine you can drink. No children allowed. You have to be 21 and over.
That's
And
the grown folks.
around and you hit all the different booths. There's different shows. Of course, you have to come by the Waffle Queen booth because, girl, we're going to be whipping waffles in 3 different toppings. We're going to have a hot fudge topping with whipped cream. You know how we bam it with that powdered sugar?
Yes, I do.
Strawberry topping. And then we're going to have a new one, which is an apple cinnamon caramel topping. So we're doing it. Last year we only had 2 toppings, but now we have 3.
Did you had me in here with the powdered sugar? Because of you, I'm in here with my powdered sugar. Because you had me in here working my powdered sugar.
Bam, 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 that little powdered sugar on top. And then you'll see me walking around, greeting people, talking to them, saying hello. We're gonna
always though, you know, like I shared earlier, you are such a beacon of love and light. I mean, but always it's unwavering. I have never, and I know we all have bad days, but I have never felt one of yours, even if you were having it or you were in the midst of it. I've never, ever, never.
When I am not feeling well and I cannot be at 100%, I stay inside because nobody don't want to hear that. Why do I have to give that to somebody else? So and they'll say, well, where's Glynis? Oh, you know, she's busy, or, you know, she's in the room resting or whatever. Oh, no. If I am 100%, that is when you will see me.
And if not, self-care is taking place.
There you go. Self-care.
I'm
doing nothing. That's self-care. Yes.
It is. Oh no, it is. You know what? It took me a long time to learn that. But now I know. Now I know. I do want to share. Harry Wims is joining us, and he shares Joe Williams is one of his favorite jazz singers. He wanted to share that with you. Alfred is sending a good evening to everybody. Hey there, Alfred. Thank you for joining us. And Walt Reader Jr. is just sending love. He shares this show is so awesome. Well, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You are awesome.
Now, you know, I'm one big teardrop.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
And the words just flow right off your tongue. Just the way you sing. Correction, the way you sang.
You know I love you. I love you to pieces. Thank you so much. And you know what? I want to say it publicly because you know I'm going to text you and thank you anyway. But just thank you so much for coming to spend some time with us.
I appreciate you for inviting me.
I mean, really, because I wanted to share so badly. You know, with our family members, you and all that you are, all that you're doing. I mean, all of you though, because I'm coming for Uncle Gerald. Now that I'm coming for Brandon and Selena too, because you all are entities. You all are, you know, each one of you individually, and I think it's a beautiful thing as a family too. You know,
with Gerald, with his career. You know, to be now considered a legend. Selena in London and Holland.
Yes.
And then Brandon being the director of the show and the editor. I mean, he's doing the darn thing. Without him, you know, we can't even.
You are all doing it. Yes, you are all, and Selena with the babies. I said, if she's not her mother's child, with those beautiful babies, those little sugar lumps. She got 2 sugar lumps, and every time I see the pictures, I'm looking at her, and she's flying. And I saw her when she was in Holland, and which is one of my favorites. I said, Selena, you better get it. So
I am so proud of her as well.
You had to be.
Glynis Kitchen is going to London, and we'll be featuring Selena with some of her dishes that she has created. Because I've taught both of the kids how to cook. So Brandon is excellent as well. We'll be featuring him, and so is Selena. But they've taken some of my dishes and they've added their own spin, and we want you guys to learn how to do that too.
Oh my goodness. Auntie Glynis, what will you leave us with before you leave us for the evening? I know we have to let you go. You've got to get some rest at some time.
For all those of you who are thinking about starting a business, may it be in food or anything, I know you have social media and people say blast everything that you're doing, but I'm asking you to work in silence. Once you get it together, then you blast it. Because there's always somebody out there watching you who has more money than you, who can take that idea, and then you can just watch your idea
Going by.
Right in front of you. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Work in silence. My mom used to say, don't let your left hand know what your right hand
The right hand is doing. Yeah. So my grandmother used to say that too all the time.
Learn to zip those lips, get
Mhm.
everything all together, get all your ducks in a row, your I's dotted and your T's crossed. And then you say, hey, boom, look what I have. Glynis's Kitchen or whatever.
Yeah.
Keep it to
I
yourself
love it.
for a while. Yeah.
I can't thank you enough for that.
We talk too much.
We do. No, we do. We do. You are so right about that. But I just put that pearl in my pocket. Okay. I put that pearl in my pocket and I live by that. I do. Yeah. I live by that. But I just thank you so much. Thank you so much. And Ms. Lily shares, Mrs. Albright, you have such a positive aura.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much. Thank you.
I love it, love it, love it. So family, for those of you who have just joined us, you are tuned in to Love and Life with yours truly, Carol Riddick, right here on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media, on air and online at wordradio.com. We've been talking with the one and only Glynis Albright in this hour. Auntie Glynis, I call her. That's my baby boop. But thank you. We cannot wait. Will you visit with us again in the future?
Oh, yes. Anytime I have a new product.
Yes.
Okay. We got new stuff. Yeah.
We love because we're looking and we will be. Well, I will be watching. Mm-hmm. So, family, you heard her say it. She's going to come back, and you're going to see us on the Facebook page, and you're going to see us because we're signing up. So, thank you, family. Stay with us. We're going to take just a short commercial break. Thank you to Bruce as well. Thank you so much, Bruce, because Bruce was helping us out. Family, stay with us. We will be right back. See you later.
It's the WURD Hot 60. Hot 60. Here's the hottest 60 seconds you missed on Reality Check.
Tamron Hall, what was your most significant no, and how did that turn into a win for you?
Oh, my most significant no, I guess in career would be the decision to turn down the offer that was presented for me to stay at the show that I was on before I started this show. I tell the story often of being let go. I wasn't quote unquote technically fired, but I was made an offer they knew I would refuse. And if I were to take that, it would have shrunk me down significantly. And so I felt turning down that offer, which was designed to shrink me down, not to build me up, not to give me an opportunity to shine, was one that I could say no to and bet on myself.
And that bet has certainly turned out to be a winning bet.
And that's your hottest 60 seconds from Reality Check on WURD Progressive Black Talk Media. Want healthier relationships, healthier gatherings, healthier workouts? Stay up to date on your vaccines. When you're vaccinated against the flu and COVID-19, you're protecting yourself and others from serious illness. That makes everything you do healthier. So don't wait. Set a date. Get your flu and COVID shots and have healthier meals, healthier hugs, healthier parties, healthier travel. Learn more at nj.gov/health/vaccines.
Tune into Word Radio this Thursday at 10 a.m. for City Council Live, hosted by Ernest Owens. Join conversations that matter to your community with your local City Council members.
And we're live here outside the Perez family home, just waiting for and there they go. Almost on time this morning. Mom is coming out the front door strong with a double-arm kid carry. Looks like Dad has the bags. Daughter is bringing up the rear. Oh, but the diaper bag wasn't closed. Diapers and toys are everywhere. Ooh, but Mom has just nailed the perfect car seat buckle for the toddler. And now the eldest daughter, who looks to be about 9 or 10, has secured herself in the booster seat. Dad zips the bag closed, and they're off. But looks like Mom doesn't realize her coffee cup is still on the roof of the car. And there it goes. Oh, that's a shame. That mug was a fam favorite.
Don't sweat the small stuff. Just nail the big stuff, like making sure your kids are buckled correctly in the right seat for their age and size. Learn more at nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
Visit nhtsa.gov/
the right seat. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Represent!
Want the latest in word swag? Check out the shop tab on wordradio.com. Hoodies, tees, and more in a variety of colors. It's the shop tab on wordradio.com. You can look good and show the world that you're all about Black Talk Media. Celebrating Black excellence worldwide and bringing joy and power to the people. This is WURD 900 AM and 96.1 FM, Philadelphia. Streaming online on wordradio.com and the Word Radio app.
What is love?
You're listening to Love and Life on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
I think I know what love is.
Well, hello there, family. Welcome back. Welcome to the top of the second hour of Love and Life with yours truly, Carol Riddick, right here on WURD. You see that I'm still beaming, right? Okay, you see that I'm still beaming. We just spent the first hour with one of our love bugs, Auntie Glynis Albright. And guess what? Guess what? She shared, I want to bless somebody. I want to bless somebody. That's what she said. She said, Carol, before I go, let them know that there's a blessing coming. And she said, this is what she said. She said she wants to send it to the gentleman that joined the Facebook group, that made it known that he joined the Facebook group. You know, I know you're over there smiling. I know you are, Harry. I know you are. I know. Harry Wims shared that he joined the Facebook group. So, Harry, congrats to you. Congrats to you. You are the recipient of the Waffle Queen's Blessing Box. You hear me? So this is what I'm going to ask you to do. If you could either email me, no, this is what I'm going to ask you to do. I'm going to ask you to call and give your information to Nick. If you wouldn't mind, please call 215-634-5209. And make sure you email it to me as well, Harry. When you email me, though, email the show loveandlife@wurdradio.com so I can get that information to Auntie Glynis. Let me leave that up there a little longer. Harry, you probably said, Carol, why'd you do that? Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. loveandlife@wordradio.com. Harry, you can please email me with your info. I'm so excited for you because you don't even know the blessing that is in store. Oh! All right, so here we are. We're at the top of the second hour, and you know what we do on Tuesdays? On Tuesdays, in the second hour, what we do is we talk to one of our other love bugs. Yes, we do. Chris Murray. You know we talk about sports. We get down and dirty. Chris Murray, for those of you who are unaware, is a radio personality. He's a journalist, a college professor, with more than 30 years of experience. He's covered the Super Bowl, the World Series, the NCAA tournament, the NBA playoffs, and World Championship boxing. That's just to name a few of the sporting events, okay? Well, currently, he hosts his own sports show on Saturdays right here on WURD, the Chris Murray Report. And as our resident sports guru, he stops by here every now and again just to spend some time with the Love and Life family so he can share his perspectives on every aspect of the sports world. Family, I invite you to the conversation with none other than Chris Murray. Well, hey there, Chris.
How are you? When you were saying all those nice things about me, I was beginning to wonder who you were talking about. But you know, anytime, but I always say, anytime someone says something good about you, that's a blessing and everything. And that's you know, that's always nice. And in the fall, I haven't told anybody this because I'm, you know, but in the fall will be my actual 40th anniversary. I started at WEAA radio in Baltimore at Morgan State University, which was a professionally run radio station. It just happened to be located. So it'll be my 40th year in the business and whatnot. So that's how long I've been around.
Your 40th year, did you say?
My 40th year.
Wow, Chris. Kudos. Congrats to you.
Thank you. Do I look that old though?
You do not. You do not. That's a major accomplishment. You do not. You do not. I mean, what? I do want to share one of our boops is checking in. Jeff Bradshaw himself, who's sending love, and you know we send it right back to you. Jeff, one of our guests from last night, I could have texted you because he said, I'm trying to get in touch with Jeff Bradshaw. And look at that. Here you popped up. I do want to share with you all that Elisa Carter, hi there, beautiful, is joining us and shares bet on you. Well, Chris, it sounds like you've been betting on you with 40 years in the industry. That's a long time.
It hasn't been easy, but we've made it through. But it's through God's blessing, you know.
But it's been worth it, though, right?
Heck yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no doubt.
All right. Listen, I know we have so much to cover, so much because there is so much going on in the wonderful world of sports right now, so much trending. Now we talk what I'm going to start with the thing we'll probably talk about the least. Kelsey. We talked about Jason Kelsey a couple of weeks ago when we were, when I asked you if you thought he was going to retire or not. So now that he has announced his retirement, the whole world is saying, we don't want to see you go. We don't want to see you go. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I think for him, it was about time. I mean, you don't want to see a guy get really old, and especially a guy who's had such a great career. And the one thing I have to say for Jason Kelsey, he has truly embraced this city. My little Jason Kelsey story goes back, I want to say 2011, 2012. It was, actually 2000, I want to say 2014. I was covering the Flyers for the Philadelphia Sunday Sun. And I used to see Jason Kelsey would ride the Broad Street line to get to the Flyers game. He had his Flyers jersey on, and I'd see him and we talk for a little bit. And that was, this was a guy who just wanted to be among the people. And I respect him for that. Out of all the Eagles players, because a lot of times you can't, a lot of the Eagles players kind of lived out in New Jersey and places like that, and don't really, come into the city to get the full flavor of being in this. And I'm talking about not South Jersey or Bucks County or anything. I'm talking about in the city of Philadelphia. And and that was something I respected. And I saw him on the train. He said hello, and we just talked. And I told him, I said, I know you were that big of a Flyers fan. And he just said he embraced this city. And that's the thing that I respect about him. And he was a heck of a center. And he was a center for Michael Vick. He was a center for Nick Foles. And also, Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts, the offense is going to miss him. And they really got to fill the void for that position because, he was such a veteran presence on that offensive line that they're going to really miss him at that position. So they're going to, they're really going to have someone on that team really, really step their game up. And because I think this is a critical year for Nick Foles, Nick Sirianni and the coaching staff, because I just think at the end of the day, they've got to prove that last year was just an anomaly and that they have to be able to do it offensively. Jalen Hurts has to go back out, improve on his performance from last year. Though I thought he played well at spots this year, but they didn't get it done. He threw double-digit interceptions, which I think need to be cleaned up and whatnot. And, if I had to be critical of him, then I'm going to be critical in that area. I think Hurts is the type that's going to put the work in. I will never say that guy won't put the work in, but I also think they're going to need somebody to replace Jason Kelsey because he's critical. Because a lot of times the center is not only important just for hiking the ball and everything, but he calls the blitzes. He alerts the quarterback, hey, this guy's coming on this side, this guy's coming over here, so and so. You got the Mike linebacker, middle linebacker, that's what they call them, the middle linebacker, or somebody's playing the Mike coming up the middle of the defense. So you're going to need somebody, and it's hard. The center is just as important as the quarterback. You know, you have to develop a chemistry with the quarterback, a communication style with the quarterback in terms of, you know, they both have to read the blitzes, read the defenses, and read where everything is going. And so from that perspective, that's where him not being there is going to be critical. And it's going to be critical that early, especially at mini camp and throughout the training camp, they have to develop a chemistry on the field. And it would help. This is just my opinion and my opinion only. It would help that during the preseason that they put the starting offense in a limited play package in the first two preseason games, the only two preseason games, because the offense has to develop a chemistry. I felt last year, I wonder how much, you know, I know it's only a 2-game situation, but you still got to develop that chemistry on the field, not in controlled scrimmages with other teams. Yes, I mean, you want to see it with live bullets, not in a situation where you're in a controlled scrimmage. You're not, and they're not really hitting the quarterback or anything like that. So,
well, I want to share something with you.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Chris, to interject. Malcolm shares he knew this was coming, and he asks. Well, he shares. The big question is what is going to happen with the brotherly shove, and can Juergens fill the void?
That's something, you know, that's what they drafted him for. You know, they're going to have to, he's going to have to fill that void, and they may need to bring some guys in here. But I think that at the end of the day, Juergens is going to have to, Cam Juergens is just going to have to, you know, he's going to have to step up his game. They're going to have to fill, you know, some void at the at one of the guard positions and all that. And I think in the draft, that's going to really, you know, it's going to really determine whether I think they do need to work on that offensive line. And I think that that hopefully the offensive coordinator Kellen Moore can get these guys to learn how to recognize the blitz. And I don't know why, you know, you know, that's the one. If I have a criticism of that offense last year under Brian Johnson, you know, teams that already have the formula to come at Jalen Hurts in his offense. They have it, and what they have to do is adjust, watch the film, see how teams are, you know, see where teams were successful in stopping them, and then counteract what they're doing, and that's why. I think that minicamp is going to be crucial. All the organized team activities. I also think, you know, training camp, and I think instead of trying to, you know, put these guys during the the control when they bring in teams from around the league, or bring in a team around the league, or the team that they're going to be playing in preseason, those guys need to develop that chemistry on the field, because someone asked Nick Sirianni earlier in the season when things were kind of out of sync, and whether or not next year that they're going to consider getting these guys get on the field for a quarter, get on the field for a series, you know, something to develop that chemistry, because there's nothing that can substitute for live bullets. Now, granted, you got to pay attention to, you know, whether or not the quarterback's going to get hurt or anything like that. Everybody's trying to preserve the quarterback, but at the end of the day, you're going to have to develop chemistry. You know, you're going to develop, you know, some chemistry on that field. And that's where, you know, and that's where you have to win.
That's crucial. That's crucial. I want to take a moment to go to our phone lines. Ron is calling in on line 1. Hi there, Ron. Thank you for calling, and thank you for your patience.
Yes, how you doing, Cal, everyone? I'm doing well today. I had a beautiful day today. I want to talk to Chris about his boxing career. I heard him talk about it, something about boxing last week. I would like to share with Malcolm and them. And I just want you to listen, Chris. First, Chris, I was with one of your fights. Back in the day, they called Chris smooth like that. He came in the ring at welterweight, weighing 147. He came in the ring with bell-bottom. Hey, listen now, this is serious stuff now. He came in the ring with bell-bottom shorts. His gym sneaks was wingtips. He had a pair of wingtip gym sneaks on. He had a process. He they called and like I said, when they brought him in, I remember the man said, "Here he is, Barry from North, pull it up here." We call him smooth like that. Chris, I like to move. So as the fight began, the guy was shooting a jab at Chris. So I hollered from the stand, "Chris, pull the rope down on him." Instead of you laying on the rope, you fell through the rope, okay? So
I was going to say, back in the day, I probably, as skinny as I was back in the day, I probably did.
Wait now. Your other fight you fought, and you know how the guys, when they win, Chris won the fight. And the guys usually jump up on the rope and put their hands up. Chris runs out, jumps in the center of the ring, and did the split. Chris, one of my persons wants to ask you tonight, what is up with this split, man?
Oh, man. Always coming back to the split.
Well, we cannot forget the split. We cannot forget the split.
But
I don't know. I got it from Dance Fever or something like that.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't know. I watched a lot of Soul Train on the UHF station that we grew up watching. So was that Channel 17? Did anybody where did y'all watch Soul Train up here?
Oh my goodness. Wait.
Cal, but here's the question. And I was saying to Chris, wait a minute, Chris. You loved it. You beat me in the dance contest. Take that split out of your forte, sir. But Chris, one thing I can say about you though, Cal, can he do the twist? Oh, you ought to see Chris.
Ron, get out of here.
But I hope everybody, and I want to just give a shout out for my person for the women's celebrating a woman's history. Mother Hill out in New York. If you read about her, Cal, she was the one that helped the children, that didn't have parents and stuff. And I think she did a wonderful job. So that's one of my persons I would like to give a nice shout out to Mother Hill. And I thank all the women for what they have done for bringing life into this world. That is very important. And I thank God for letting me have a beautiful day today. My arthritis was bothering me, but I got a call and they took away all my arthritis and causing me to be happy. Hey, Chris, I want my rematch this summer, man.
Lord. Bye, Ron.
Bye, Ron. Yeah, I'm getting in shape now.
Oh my goodness. Oh Lord, thank you, Ron, for that. I really did need that laugh. So thank you. We have James waiting online too. Hi there, James. Thank you for calling and thank you for your patience.
And no, James, I'm not doing a split.
Hold on. I got to catch my breath.
I bet.
All we have to do, I'm going to rewind back to the Eagles, Chris.
Okay.
We have to let Hurst call the shots, quarterback coach. We have to replace Kelsey. It's unfortunate that he retired. We have to get another Malcolm Jenkins.
I would agree with that 100%.
Bottom line.
Or Brian Dawkins.
There we go. I love y'all, Eagles Nation.
Eagles Nation. That's why we bleed green over here. We bleed green.
No doubt, Carol. No doubt.
Thank you, James. Thank you so much. Chris, before we move further, I want to share with you My cousin Sherry is checking in and she shares, sending much love and success to the show. Chris, I am not flirting, but I love you. I am so glad my cousin has you on her show. I love your expertise on sports. So keep doing what you do because you are one of the best. Thank you.
Thank you to your cousin. I appreciate that. You know,
And she meant that. She
yeah. I am humbled by that. I gotta say, I'm really humbled by that because I gotta say, Philly. I'm gonna tell you something. When I was at the Tribune, I started the Tribune 20 years ago at the Tribune.
Oh wow.
And when I was there, I was like, first couple of years there, I don't know. It was kind of weird in the sense that I don't know if people were reacting to my articles or what. And then I started coming on the show. Bill Anderson and Rhonda Hill Wilson used to have me on the show on Fridays or something like that. So I would come on and I would sound kind of like this format. I would come on the show, and so it was fun. We Bill Anderson is one of my favorite people in the world, along with his dad Cody. And so I remember there was a point back maybe around 2009, 2011. I started doing the reading of the first or second reading at St. Cyprian Church of Cobb Street, Black Catholic Church. And shout out to my man Monsignor Brito. And I read in church one day, and I kind of like to bring a little bit. I like to read those readings because those readings made me feel good and everything. So I'm walking around the back of the church saying hi to my friends, after the mass is over, we're all talking to the choir and all this other stuff. So this lady, elderly woman, comes up to me and says, "Young man, are you that Chris Murray? You that guy that's on with Bill Anderson?" And I said, "Yeah, I thought so. You sounded so good. You sound so great on the radio. I love listening to you." That made me feel, I don't know, I felt so good about that. That made me, so I was humbled by that in a sense that I never knew. Sometimes when you're in this world as a reporter or you're out here doing things, like what you do on a regular basis, you touch so many people. And
thank you, Chris.
I never thought that would, I never thought anybody, and it was to a point to where people would tell me, "Yeah, we've heard you on the radio." And I had kind of, not given up on radio, but I never thought, and my wife kept telling me, "You should try to do this thing in radio, that thing in radio." And I was, you look reluctant.
Chris, we love you. We do. We tell you every week, and we keep asking you to come back. Wait, I want to put a pin in this question, this right for one moment. Family, we've got to run to a commercial break, but stay with us because we're coming right back, and we're going to just love on you more when we come back. I love the background, by the way. Family, stay with us. We're coming right back.
Stand with Word Radio as we continue to provide dynamic, progressive programming to inform and empower our people. We're living in unprecedented times, and we must stand together to protect and preserve Black Talk Media. Become a 4Word member with the annual membership price of just $90 or a digital member starting at just $5 per month. If you're already a 4Word member, sign up, family member, or a friend to help us continue making history. Start or renew your 4Word membership today. Visit wordradio.com/4word or wordradio.com/membership.
For more than a decade, Comcast has been committed to bridging the digital divide in Philadelphia and across the country. From connecting people to the internet to opening doors for the next generation of innovators, entrepreneurs, and storytellers, they are helping to create a future that benefits generations to come. Now, Comcast is expanding their efforts through Project Up, their comprehensive initiative to help build a future of unlimited possibilities. Backed by a $1 billion commitment to reach tens of millions of people over the next decade, Comcast is working to ensure all Philadelphians have the skills, resources, and opportunities they need to participate and excel in an increasingly digital world. This includes partnering with community experts to build a network of digital navigators, trusted individuals who help build awareness around initiatives like the government's Affordable Connectivity Program and teach critical digital skills to get more people online. Project Up, building a future of unlimited possibilities. Learn more at comcast.com/Project Up. Through Project Up, Comcast is committing $1 billion to build a future of unlimited possibilities.
As a firefighter, my job was about saving lives. I never thought one day I would be fighting for mine. MDA empowers people like me to live the best lives we can. Learn more at mda.org today.
WURD is happy to provide our listeners with the opportunity to participate in contests and win prizes. This is a reminder of our contest rules. All participants must be 18 years of age or older, depending on the contest. Persons may win only one prize from the radio station per contest for every 30-day period. Some contests might also specify one winner per household or company. Prizes must be claimed within 14 days or by 12 noon the day before the event, whichever is sooner, and must be accepted as is or forfeited. The radio station employees and their immediate relatives, sponsor employees and their immediate relatives, live remote sponsor employees and their immediate relatives, and any other media employees are ineligible to win the prize. Thank you for participating and for listening to WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
Long nose, what's the word, boy? What's the word? What's the word?
WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
Let me tell you something, and don't you ever forget it. Success is nothing without someone you love to share it with.
You're listening to Love and Life with Carol Riddick on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
And we are back. Welcome back, family. Welcome back to Love and Life with Carol Riddick right here on WURD. We are talking with Chris Murray in this hour because we're talking all things sports. And before we went to the commercial break, we were just loving up on Chris. That's what we were doing. We were telling Chris how much we love him and how much we appreciate him coming to spend time with us, sharing his time, energy, attention, knowledge, expertise, and all of that good stuff with us. Chris, you know we've got to talk about this in this hour. We've got to talk about Russell Wilson. You know we do.
Yeah.
You know we do.
Well, the thing about with Russell Wilson, I hope sometimes, you land in a bad spot. You do. It happens. And I think Russell Wilson is still a good quarterback. I still think that Russell Wilson is going to land somewhere where they're going to utilize his talent. I think he's a good man. And when you're a good person, God always, puts you where you need to be. And I'm basically, optimistic because I don't think he got along with the coaches there. He still put up some decent numbers last year. I just think that, you hope that he lands in a good spot because there's nobody, I can't think of a better human being than that guy. And, and I often get a little bit offended when a lot of people try to say, a lot of people in the current genre of hip hop, I don't want to say this is all of hip hop, but some people, because his wife, there are a lot of people who hate on him because he loves his wife and is willing to raise the children, even the ones that he and Ciara didn't have together. And that's, I can't, you can't.
I don't understand that.
I don't get it either. I don't get it either in a sense that, I just kind of feel like he's a good, if nothing else, to me, I think he's a Hall of Fame quarterback. He would have solidified that if this coach would have just given the ball to Marshawn Lynch. But I think he's a good quarterback. He's worked hard He's worked hard in his career. He was a great college quarterback. You know, he went to Wisconsin and he beat my Michigan State team for the Big Ten title. And so he was just a great, he was just a great player. And I just think at the end of the day, I just think that, at the end of the day, he's a great. I just wish nothing but good things happen, happen to him, so that was, and he wasn't in an environment where his coach was supportive of him and all that. And sometimes I'm going to say this, people want to say, well, you don't win. But a lot of times, the nuance of getting beyond fan noise and all that, sometimes, and it's like in any work situation, you got to be in a good situation. You got to have people around you who are going to be good players and all that. You're going to have good coaches that understand how to get the best out of what you do. So I don't know, like I say, Sean Payton and all that, like we saw him yell. I mean, I don't know. I mean, Russell Wilson kind of, if I were Russell Wilson or any other player, coach come at me like that, and I know the cachet I have in the league and the success, I'm gonna yell. I'm gonna not yell at him, but I'm gonna come back and just say, look, bruh, you can't talk to me like that. I don't care.
How about that? No, he caught a listen, he had it easy dealing with Russell, because had that been a lot of other people, that would not have been the reaction.
Right.
So he definitely had it easy. Yeah, a lot of people in the league that he would not have had the same experience. I want to share, Shirley Bryant is joining us. Hi there, beautiful, joining us from Florida. And Malcolm shares, Russell gets clowned on social media. He does, just for being a nice guy. He really does. He really does. And he also follows that with sharing, like a lot of us, Russell was just the victim of a bad boss.
Right. Yeah. And the thing about people clowning, I mean, I don't know. Have we in our world, learned? Are we saying, Carol? You can answer this question for me. Are we, and anybody else listening? Are we saying that when, if you're a nice person, you do the right things, that somehow, that somehow becomes a weakness or something because he's a good guy? I mean, what are we saying? That we have to be dysfunctional to have some type of street cred or whatever credibility in the world? I mean, y'all tell me, because I don't know. Because see, if I'm saying it, then I'm just an older guy, being a curmudgeon old man,
No, it's not just you. I ask the same question all the time, and it doesn't matter in what arena we're talking about. That appears to be that mindset appears to be what is widespread. It appears to be everywhere. People just feel like you're either naive, you're weak. It be simply because you're nice, and that's horrible. That says so much about us as human beings. It is horrible. It is horrible. It is horrible. When you're nice, it's just not. People they tend to do things that they would not normally do if you came at them with other energy, and that should not be necessary. It should not be what it is. But that's our world it's run rampant with evil, anger. We had a family member call earlier, Sharon. She was talking about the gun violence in the city. Now, I know I'm mixing apples with oranges, but in a sense, I'm not. So walk with me around this block, because I'm going to tie it all in, because I'm talking about the evil. I'm talking about the anger. I'm talking about the stress that everybody is dealing with, but we all take it out on one another. And if you're nice, only God help you. If you're nice. But it says a lot to me about these franchises that they let these coaches treat the players the way that they do. And I know we talk about it a lot. We've talked about, our black quarterbacks. We've talked about them, when we were talking about Dak. And that's another conversation I want to have too, because I know he's in the midst resolving his contract, isn't he? With the Cowboys? Yeah. I want to talk about that too. But we were talking about the black quarterbacks at one point in time. But this is just another example. Russell's just another example.
Yeah. Well, the thing about it, someone, I think Chris Sims of, I don't think it's one of the NBC sports stations or something. See, it's always this weird in the media double standard. I mean, Josh Allen can throw 11 interceptions, play like Lamar Jackson, run up and down the field, which is not a bad thing, but he throws 18 interceptions and nobody calls him out the way they would call Jalen Hurts. Imagine if Lamar Jackson threw as many interceptions. The first thing they'd be saying is, Lamar can't read defenses. Jalen Hurts can't read defenses and all that. And someone on Facebook talked about, had mentioned this on Facebook, and I asked a question. So if Josh Allen throws 20, he did throw 29 touchdown passes, but he threw 18 interceptions. Is that an indication that he can't read defenses? Because I know if Lamar had done it, had Dak Prescott had done it, had Jalen had done it, people would be questioning their intellect as quarterbacks. And that is always a double standard. That's always there. And, some people say, oh, man, you get upset about it. I just want you to call it down the middle and whatnot. And Eli Manning can throw double-digit interceptions in every year of his career and whatnot. And or if not every year, most every year of his career. And it's always this, I've never heard anyone question Eli Manning's ability to read defenses. When a black quarterback and whatnot, it's all kinds of stuff. And I'm not saying that were there times when McNabb, maybe missed open receivers. A lot of quarterbacks do, but I don't think it's a question of his intellect or of his ability not to read defenses and all that. You don't play in that football league, and you don't play as long as a McNabb played or some other quarterbacks have played if you don't understand defenses and all that. You don't, you don't play as long as those guys do. And, maybe McNabb didn't win a Super Bowl. That's fine. He's still the winningest quarterback in the history of the franchise. And he was one of the best quarterbacks of that era. Now, Tom Brady and them dominated the Super Bowls. I mean, so there's a lot to it. But a lot of times fans aren't going to see nuance and all these other things. And like I said, there's a double standard. And I'm not saying that I'm not going to say Josh Allen's a bad quarterback. He's a great quarterback. I think, but when it comes down to it, why is it that, people, you go on Twitter and all this other stuff, people are like saying, well, because, like I said, it was a tough year for Hurts, but, he threw 15 interceptions, but he also won a lot of games like Josh Allen did. And should he clean those up? Yes. Josh Allen knows he needs to clean his situation up. But my thing at the end of the day, please, I just wish these people would stop trying to challenge what these guys do up here. It's a stereotype. It's like if I have a bad day, I mean, one of the things I learned as a journalist is that, especially working in a white situation, if I have a bad day as a reporter and all that, and we all do, people are going to use that against me for the rest of my career. You get one bad job, one bad situation. And they always say white people, when they commit crimes against us, we want to be judged individually. We do something, whether it's a crime or just have a difficult time on the job, it's an indication that we can't do the job because because you're black, you're inferior. And that's the mindset we live in. People who listen to me and watch these things as a sports reporter, that's the world I'm operating from. I understand that there's always a double standard when it comes to black people. And I think a lot of people listening would basically agree with that. And that's all. I'm not trying to be a race baiter, but I also know that in the world that we live in our lives, white people who are maybe the editorial desks at the Inquirer, the Daily News, or New York Times, they can never understand a lot of times the pressure we're under, to do well. We can't have a misstep, because the first thing they think, see, this is why we don't hire you. This is why we do this and all that. And sometimes we end up pushing our students and our kids and whatnot in a way that you have to recognize it's the whole, you have to be twice as good, which as Cortland Malloy once said, the quote from Washington Post, he said, "Are you trying to tell me that we're twice as less human? Why we have to be twice as good?" I mean, think about that. I mean, y'all think about that. And that's sports. It's in the sports world too. It's in everywhere, but it's in the sports world too.
Absolutely. We see it all the time. We see it every day. We see it every day. That is our life. That is the life we lead. Family, hi there. Welcome, especially if you are just joining us. You are tuned in to Love and Life with Carol Riddick right here on WURD. We are talking with Chris Murray, and we are talking all things sports. Joe, I know that you are there. Don't fret. We're going to come to you. We're coming to you in just a moment. But in this moment, what we're going to do is take just a short commercial break. But family, know that the phone lines are still open, and feel free to continue to comment on our socials. Our beloved Joanne Kemp, that is, she shares, sometimes it seems people enjoy tearing others up when they are miserable. I'm in agreement with that. They say misery loves company. That's what they say. And I'm inclined to believe there's truth to that statement. We're going to take a short commercial break, as I stated a few seconds ago, but stay with us. Don't you go anywhere, okay? Because we are coming right back.
It's time for the Philadelphia Flower Show, March 2nd through the 10th at the Pennsylvania Convention Center. Get ready to enjoy incredible displays created by premier floral and landscape designers. The show will also feature gardening ideas, shopping, free family programs, and educational sessions. Don't miss United by Flowers, the Philadelphia Flower Show, where magic happens and where people from all walks of life come together as one. For tickets, visit phsonline.org. Don't miss this phenomenal show, March 2nd through 10th, phsonline.org.
This is your captain. We are going to be experiencing some slight turbulence. Please fasten your... Oh, hold on. Just got a video of my cat.
Imagine the pilot of an airplane was as confident as you are texting and driving. Seems kind of crazy when you put it like that.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
Stay connected on the go with the new and improved Word Radio app. Search Word Radio in your app store. Stream every show with increased clarity. Easily access Word TV, EcoWord, and Livelihood. Start or renew your 4-Word membership and buy Word swag. Remember, Black Media Matters. Get the new and improved Word Radio app today. Available on Google Play and the Apple App Store.
It's too black, which means it's too strong.
We're celebrating Black influence and Black excellence worldwide on the home of progressive Black talk media, WURD.
Let me tell you something, and don't you ever forget it. Success is nothing without someone you love to share it with.
You're listening to Love and Life with Carol Riddick on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media.
Well, hey there, family. Welcome back. You are tuned in to Love and Life with Carol Riddick right here on WURD. We are talking with Chris Murray, and we're talking all things sports. Before we go any further, though, I want to go to our phone lines. One of our family members has been holding for a while now, waiting to join the conversation. Hi there, Joe. Thank you for your patience, and welcome to the conversation.
Good evening, Carol, Nicholas. What's up, brother Chris? How you doing, my main man?
How you doing, dude?
You know how it is, Christmas. It's like old days on Saturday, Chris. I just love Carol's enthusiasm about sports. But we talk about the Black quarterback. You mentioned Cortland Malloy, Chris, right? I guess the good memories of that brother. My aunt Frances She God rest her soul. She passed away. She was good friends with Cortland Malloy. He used to come over when I used to go see her up there in D.C. He used to come over to the house and visit her a lot of times. It would be him, Marion Barry. I mean, I used to see him in my aunt's living room a lot of times. Man, they have so many good memories and stuff. Man, it was like family to her. They would because they helped to get a nice job with the city. The civil service job and stuff. So yeah, so Cortland Malloy and Marion Barry, they was frequent visits to my Aunt Frances' house up in D.C. But anyway, on the black quarterback, you know me, Chris and Sister Carol, me as a student of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. I love talking about race. Man, I'm a race man. I don't have no problem talking about it. See, some of our people let white folks punk them when they say things like, "Oh, you making this into a race thing," or "You making a race." I tell white people in a minute, I don't play no race card. I throw the whole deck at you and stuff, Cal. You know what I mean? I don't have no problem coming at them. That stuff don't intimidate me. Because some of our people get punked out. They be scared to speak truth to power. I love talking about racism when it comes to car. And I'm not a hateful person or racist person. I got friends who are racist, Cal. But when it comes to dealing with our people, I don't take no second turns, no second place. I come right out with it. I don't care if DM, if you don't like it or not. I'm Brother Joe coming out with it. You know what I mean? I speak my mind, I speak truth to power, and no question about it. The black quarterbacks are definitely held to a different standard. You talk about Kurt Warner. I remember when Kurt Warner, two-time MVP, Hall of Fame quarterback, he won of his MVPs, Sister Cal, throwing 20-something receptions. People forget that. Not the first time he won an MVP, but the second MVP that he won. You go back and check the stats. Kurt Warner threw 22 interceptions. Ain't no in hell that black quarterback throwing 22 interceptions would have won an MVP. No way. And nobody talk about he couldn't read a defense and all that kind of stuff. I remember Brett Favre, a playoff game, Cal, against, I think it was against the Rams. This guy Brett Favre threw 6 interceptions. I'm going to say it again. 6 interceptions. 3 got returned for touchdowns, 3 pick sixes. And all the announcers that was doing the game was bragging about, oh, look at Brett's the gunslinger. This guy was throwing some of the stupidest passes, getting picked on double coverage, but all they kept saying because he was a white boy, he's a gunslinger. No, he was an idiot. He cost them that game. You know what I mean? If there was a black quarterback, there would have been Lamar Jackson or Jalen or Randall Cunningham. There would have been Barry playing a game like that. But see, the white media, and it's controlled by white folks that do most of the announcers, the media people, they always make it look good for a Caucasian. They make sure they clean it up for them. The white boy could play a stinko game, but they'll make some kind of excuse for him so he won't come across as being look upon as being dumb or can't read defense. And last point, Cal, a good example, Carson Wentz, prime example on the other sports station other than the Dow. See, white folks, you got to understand how they language. They don't like the carded people. Not everybody said among each other, but among black people, they don't like the carded people down or can't. So this is what the white boy said about Carson Wentz. He said, well, Carson's problem is that, because the white guy asked him, do you think Carson can't read defense? He said, no, he just has trouble processing information. Said don't sound too bad. See, with a black man, he can't read the defense, but with Carson Wentz, he has trouble processing information. See, you use the code words, Cal. They use little words like that to still make the people look good. You know what I mean? So, that's what you deal with, that kind of mindset with Caucasian people, And that's why I'm always quick to speak out on it, and I have no problem whether white people get uncomfortable or don't like it. I could care less, because when it comes to my people, I'm going to always speak up for my people, and I take the slings and the arrows that come with it, Cal, because that's the way I roll. Okay.
Wow, thank you for that. You just shared a lot. That was a lot to break down, a lot to dig into, and quite honestly, you were just sharing what you know. You just shared what you saw happen. You were just sharing facts. So thank you for that, Joe. Just thank you so much for joining the conversation, and thank you for contributing that as well. What do we say? I do want to share Joey Dixon is joining us on our socials. Family, I'm trying to make sure I cover all bases here. All right, so I'm looking at the time, Chris, really quickly. I know we have to congratulate LeBron James. First player to score, 40,000 points, wasn't it? First player. Yeah. So congrats to Bron.
He's all-time leading scorer, and I don't know, I hope people are appreciating what they're seeing LeBron James. That guy, here's the thing. Here's the one thing. People talk about Jordan, 6 titles and all that. Let me ask people a question. Do you think anybody other than LeBron James, considering, remember, he was coming out of high school. He was a chosen one, as my man said in the commercial, Bernie Mac in the commercial. He was the chosen one. He was. Can you imagine that kind of pressure coming out of high school? Okay, and then you go on to be the NBA's all-time leading scorer and the first player to score 40,000 points. He's also the first and only player in NBA history to lead in an NBA Finals in every statistical category. Only one player. This is a guy who came into the league with all this pressure, and he came through. It's almost like the rarity of the kid who is the valedictorian of your class, and he becomes the ultimate success. That's hard. That's a hard thing to do. And at the end of the day, y'all gotta appreciate this man while he's still playing. Give this man his flowers now.
How about that?
He's still out here on the court, and stop hating on the guy. There's
a lot of hate for Bron nowadays. Why is that?
Because what LeBron James did? He took control of his career. He conducted his career and his career moves on his own terms. And not many people in this life, and especially in sports, when and I know somewhere Kurt Flood, the late Kurt Flood, is smiling because that's what he tried to do. And for some reason, people got mad. Everybody I know who cover basketball, he should have waited his turn. You know what? He had a treat. He engineered it so that he had a choice. He did his own thing. He had self-determination. Isn't that one of the things that Isn't that one of the things we celebrate when we celebrate Kwanzaa? There's a word.
Listen, Black History Month. Period. We should applaud. We should applaud. Well, here on Love and Life, we've got Black History 365. But Dak Prescott. Before we go, because we've got 2 minutes before we begin to close. Dak Prescott. What do you think?
I think he had statistically a great year.
He really did.
Whining about he led NFL in touchdown passes. I think, and I'll talk about this next time, but we have to recalibrate how we look at things because he's having a successful career.
Agreed.
He just haven't won the big game, and we in this town and every place in every town, we gotta in this day and age, man. Sometimes not everybody's gonna win the championship. It's hard to win one, but I think LeBron should get. Not LeBron. I think Dak earned his money. I think he earned his money. I do.
I do too. I do too. I do too. I really do. And well, quite honestly, in all of his statements, he's not concerned. He's not worried about it. So, but I'm curious. I was curious to know your opinion and which way you see this going. Or, what you think they'll do. But you think you think it'll all work in his favor?
It'll work in his favor. It should. It ought to.
It ought to, but listen.
Yeah, I know.
Stranger things have happened.
Yeah, and the thing is, are they going to put Trey Lance in there? I doubt it. He's an unknown quantity. And the thing is that that was not the only problem with the Cowboys this year. The Cowboys had a lot of other problems, and they, at the end of the day, I think, we look at the year, it just didn't end it the way they wanted it. Does that negate the fact that he's a good quarterback? Yes, he's a good quarterback. But I think Cowboys fans, like a lot of other fans, are grossly unrealistic too. But that's
well, we know we have that conversation. We've had that conversation a few times, but family. I do see you. I see you. The beautiful Joanne Dorman has just joined us, and she's sending peace and blessings to everybody, and we're sending them right back to you, family. You know what time it is. I get so sad when this time comes along, but it's time for us to say our good nights, not our goodbyes, but our good nights. Praising God from whom all blessings flow. Last night, I was asking you if we could try something new going forward. So I'm going to ask you again today, and if we could do it going forward from today, if you would just take the time to pray for whatever's heavy on your heart, and for those in need, as well. Chris, thank you so much. We look forward to spending time with you.
Thank you for having me. And as Malcolm X said, every goodbye is not gone.
There you have it. Family, we thank you for your continued support of Love and Life. Thank you to our guests. Thank you to Auntie Glynis. Oh, and to that point, Harry, do not forget to send to give Nick your information, or to email me your information, your mailing address and number, so we can follow up and you can get that gift from Aunt Glynis. Thank you all for sharing your time, your energy, your attention, your space, your spirit. Quite honestly, just thank you. Thank you to everybody that contributed to the conversations. Special thanks to the entire WURD family, especially Niall and Nick, for all that you do. Happy birthday once again to all of our love bugs who are celebrating. Family, remember, we're all in this together. So be good to you, but be good to those around you. Remember that I love you, but God loves you so much more. And remember to be careful. Be careful out there. Have a great rest of your night, and be sure to join me Monday through Thursday, 7 till 9 p.m. Eastern Time, for another edition of Love and Life right here on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media. Have a good night, family. Have a good night.